Hi, girls. So good to see
Hi.
you. Isn't it fun that we can join virtually instead of traveling to meet each other from all across the United States and Canada? I'm so glad you guys could be here. What fun. Are you guys okay? Is life good in the Corona staycation?
We're surviving.
I see Jen's, I see palm trees, and your sunglasses actually have to be on, so you're enjoying some sun. That's so
Yes, I
fun.
am.
And we had snow yesterday, and there's that, right? Michael, you're in Washington.
Yes.
What about you?
Great weather. We've had
Awesome.
lovely weather. We were joking that the end of summer will be tomorrow because it's supposed to start raining. So
Dang it, yes.
we had a week.
And Denise, you're in Pennsylvania.
Yes,
Are you cold like Michigan?
it is cold and raining,
Yeah, it is.
especially inside.
And we won't ask Canada, but I suspect it's similar too. Cold and rainy? Just cold?
We share Michigan's weather pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a little tedious here. We'll just say that. We'll just say, we're waiting. It's it's going to be the same thing, Michael, was what you said. It's going to be summer, boom, and it's over. And then we'll start fall again, right? That's kind of how it feels anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
We have this big event coming up, our Palooza, right? Mid-June. And so I know for all of us, we wanted to just share a little bit about what Close to My Heart means to us and how it's made a difference. So I have a question for you. Let me see. Holly, I'm going to start with you. We'll put it out for all of you. What do you really enjoy about being a Close to My Heart consultant? What's your very favorite part?
Well, there's too many favorite parts, but the main reason that brought me in was because of the discount on the product.
Right.
I have 4 kids. They're now all grown, but at the time they were little. I had babies and I had 2 twin 4-year-olds. And going to a store to get scrapbooking supplies was not a fun trip. And then when you got there, they didn't have everything you wanted. So then you had to go to another store. Mm-hmm. And then you would probably get there and they were sold out and didn't know when they would get the inventory back in. So the product is the main reason that drew me in. And then to find out that I could get a great generous discount on it and I could earn a higher discount, not only on my own sales, but also that of the people that chose to join under me, that was a huge incentive. And it's just, it's kept me here for 17 years. I'm going on 17 years with the company. So the products are phenomenal and they just keep getting better.
Agreed.
And every time we come out with a new catalog, you think, how could it top last catalog? And then it does. And you're like, okay, I want everything in this book. And how am I going to get it? And I'll tell you one thing, I love being able to go into my shopping cart and realize that more than half of the stuff that I'm getting for free because of my Close to My Heart cash that I've earned on my personal sales throughout the month, throughout the year. And then
rewards.
Yes. And then on top of that, when I do place an order of $150 or more, I earn Hostess rewards on top of that and 50% off items. So I mean, really, truly, in this day and age when every penny counts, because let's just face it, these last 3 months have been terrible. And we're just trying to be financially and fiscally responsible in our own home. I can't see dropping a few $100s on Close to My Heart scrapbooking supplies when I need to make sure that we've got our bills covered and, looking forward to the next few months, if and when things start to slow down, because it's coming. So it's the blessing of getting what I love, and it's my therapy. It's what makes me happy right now. So coming down to my craft room and getting out paper and playing with it, and to know that I'm getting it at a generous discount, it's
on sale is always better.
Right? Never pay full price.
Never.
Never pay full price.
Oh my gosh. Michael, how about you? What is your favorite?
Well, like Holly, there's so many things, but I think for me, the beginning, of course, came in for the discount, but just the opportunity to travel. So when I started, my mom was also a consultant. And so we went to our first convention together, which was just so much fun to not only go to convention, but to explore a new place and to spend that time together, just her and I. So I love the part that I get to travel to close to my heart events, and those can be all over. We've been to Disneyland, Disney World, Utah, Las Vegas, Washington, D.C. So many different opportunities to travel. And then on top of that, you can actually earn free trips. And I earned my free trip in 2008, which was my 20th anniversary while I was on the trip. Nice. So I told my husband, we're going to earn this, we're going to go. And we had a fabulous time. And since then, I've earned several more trips, and I've been able to go to Costa Rica, Thailand, a couple of cruises, and in October, Tahiti. So that's great as well, is just to travel for free on the company has been great. And then there's just opportunities to travel. Like last summer, I went to Michigan to
yes, you did.
Hang out with Dana and Holly, and we had a crop weekend together in this beautiful crop house in Michigan. I'd never been to Michigan before. And just to see Michigan and to travel and be with people that I've met through Close to My Heart in there was just a great opportunity. So I'm a travel girl, and Close to My Heart gives me lots of opportunities.
See that coming in, would you? It's not something that someone would know before they joined us, that you could go all these places and make friends all over. I want to say the world, really, right? Yeah. But you could actually travel and see them, and it's not something you would anticipate. Certainly, isn't anything I anticipated before I came in.
Well, and so here's
opportunities.
Right. Here's another thing is, so Megan Lawrence, who is a consultant in New Zealand, was living in my area for a short period of time a couple summers ago. And we're planning, as soon as this whole quarantine thing is over, a trip to New Zealand, and we're staying with Megan. Yeah. And that trip is our own trip, but Megan has a passion for travel as well. And so she was like, well, you have to come to New Zealand. And when you come, you have to stay with me, and I have to show you all these things. And so that has just been a great opportunity to take advantage of travel for events, earning travel for free, and just traveling for the friendships and hanging out with people that I've met through this company and through my time.
That's so neat. I'm sure people don't think of that when they think of what their favorite thing is. Hey, Jen, in the sunshine.
And I need to go visit Jen. Need to be looking up some plane tickets here.
Y'all need to be traveling down to California over.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. What's your favorite part? What's your favorite?
You know what? I can reiterate, coming in for the discount. That's what drew me in initially. And I stay because of everything that has come since then. This is my 13th year. And I can say that I feel like I'm just so blessed by the company, and because I always say, because of Close to My Heart. So because of Close to My Heart, I get all my things at a discount, and a lot of them even free. Because of Close to My Heart, I travel the world on incentive trips, and to and from all of the regional, the regional events, the conventions. It's just been so much fun. But really, for me, a big part of why I stay is because I can run my business and I can do this from anywhere. I mean, right now, I'm on a quick little trip out to the Central Coast of California, and we are just enjoying a little change of scenery, big change of scenery. I mean, it's literally the Pacific Ocean with the Cayucas Pier behind me.
I love it.
And I'm able to, take my show on the road. I hosted a virtual crop this weekend, and I hosted half of it from here. So, have camera, have phone, have computer, have supplies, will travel. And just in general, like I'm always on the road. I'm always on the go. I'm a busy mom. I work a full-time job, and I get this question all the time. How do you have time to do it all? Well, my secret is that I do it wherever and whenever I can. You know, a lot of my, the business that I do is mobile on my phone. So I'm able to, you know, use the apps and use the things that are at my disposal to run my business and keep communication with my team and with my customers.
Nice.
When I'm, you know, at the ballpark all day long, there's things I can do there. I can bring projects to work on. I can, you know, be working on, you know, presentations or anything that I need to do, you know, working on entering in orders or creating newsletters. I can do that from the road. I can do that from home. I can do it really from anywhere. And when I'm on vacation, I am always bringing a bag of stuff to work on. This weekend with me, I have, not only did I run my virtual crop, but I was able to bring a bunch of card kits. And so I have been putting
Fun.
together cards and just taking a little time for me to create. So, you know, I think you can do it anywhere. You know, you don't
part of
have
the fun,
to be,
right? Is that you can play with products and do it from wherever we are. You don't have to
absolutely.
be. I think I remember when we used to talk about, even 10 years ago, we talked about quote unquote direct sales or joining a company. You thought of it more for moms that stayed home, right? You didn't really think of people joining that worked full time or that, like you, that are crazy busy and your kids are all running 12 different directions at the same time, that you could do it, right? Where now we know it's absolutely doable, right? How fun.
Absolutely.
Well,
yeah. And you know
really
what?
enjoy the sunshine too.
More so than ever, this virtual world has, you know, expanded my capabilities, and I'm learning that, you know, even when we get to go back out into the public, that I can still do things virtually around my busy schedule, because that's the thing that I have to compete with as well.
Agreed. I love it. Hey, Denise,
Yes.
in Pennsylvania, what is your favorite part of being a Close to My Heart consultant?
Well, like many of you, same type of things, gives me the income. I really liked what Jen said when she talked about being able to do it from anywhere. And I know, Jen, you crack me up when you're like, I'm driving, or my husband's driving and I'm working my business and I'm doing my things. I'm like, I do that as well. But my story with Close to My Heart started 16 years ago. I was stay-at-home mom to a 2-year-old. I had always worked full-time up until that point. And I'm a very social person. I know you guys are all shocked by that. But I was at home and I wasn't used to that. But I was at a vendor, I was at a weekend crop. And it was funny because we were dairy farmers at the time. And I remember we had such a good time. And I said to my friends, now I can only do this twice a year. I can't leave more than twice a year to do these things. Well, it was at that vendor event that I met my upline, and we just built a connection. There were 2 consultants that were there that day representing Close to My Heart. And I just really made a connection with who is now my upline, Dolores. And I think that is what really has kept me going through all these years too, is all the connections that we make. Now I am doing vendor events and I'm usually gone 2 weekends a month because I'm out and about vendoring and I'm making those connections with people and just building friendships throughout everything. But I would have to say that one of the best things has been this group here, because we have become so close as friends, and our connections, it's not just us. There's 8 of us. It's not just the 8 of us, it's our kids and our husbands. And I can say, oh, you know, Bray's husband or whatever, my husband knows exactly who I'm talking about and has a relationship with them as well. So that's been really great too. But, you know, we chat and we share ideas, and it's just those friendships that you create. And they're helping people. Like, one of the things right now is with being virtual. And I know, Dana, you say this a lot, like, people need us right now. They need an outlet. They need to connect with people. And we're able to offer them that opportunity to connect in our virtual events that we're hosting. So I'm excited for what we're going to do here in a couple of weeks.
Me too. I think back too, I don't think, maybe based on our experiences before we come into Close to My Heart, I think my experiences with women before we came here were completely different than what I experience here. I don't know if you guys were like that, but women are not, they're not always the nicest. But I have to say, in this company, they really are. For the most part, they are just friendly and kind and will share anything or give you anything. And even our friendships, of course, here, but also even in our teams and sidelines and uplines and all of those different groups. It's just as fun to see, well, the running in the hallways, and like when we go travel, like Michael said, right? When we go places and people are, but right, it's not just our little posse, but everyone else as well. The friendships made here, I don't think, again, people could anticipate that they are just that kind. They are just that warm and friendly. And the friendships we make here, we create for life. And that's just special. It's pretty neat. I don't think they would anticipate that. So Bray.
1 second. We could probably travel across the whole country and visit and stay at friends' homes that we have made friends with throughout.
I think we could.
It's like you said, aside from just us. There are so many people who you
sure. What about you, sister? What's your favorite?
My favorite, I think it would probably come down to personal growth and the development of self. So it's been 15 years for me. So a lot of us have been with the company for quite a while. And the person I was when I started out is not the person I am now. I've learned so much about myself and my skills. I work full time as well, like Jen, and I know that a lot of what I've learned through Close to My Heart has been super applicable in my day career and in my family life. I have seen huge personal growth, and that's just in stuff that I want to get better at and be better at as a person. But then I've also seen personal growth in terms of my craft, which I do as a hobby because I love it. I love being artistic and feeling like I'm creating something beautiful, and Close to My Heart has taught me so many great skills and things. They've introduced me to things I never would have necessarily used on my own, like texture paste and all that kind of fun stuff. And now I have like a really great depth of knowledge that I can apply to lots of different areas of my life. I love that.
Well, if I had to put you on the spot just a little bit, because you're pretty confident to begin with, I wouldn't say that would be the area of growth that you worked on. Give me an example of what would you think that's
I think that's really funny that you say I'm
really
confident to begin with, because I would say
you're not?
Self-esteem was not a strong suit for me.
Stop it.
I was the shy, quiet, geeky, low self-esteem kid all through elementary and high school. And it really wasn't until right around the time that I signed up with Close to My Heart that I really started to kind of break through that shell in both my career paths through this and my day job. But I really think Close to My Heart gave me some of that confidence to do that. And I've achieved a lot through this, and that has helped my confidence. So that's funny.
No, because you do come across very, very confident. Would you guys have known that? Did you know that she was shy? Okay, so not just me, right? Like I would not have guessed that. And
I would have never guessed that about you either, Dana.
Oh, you know how they have those contests in high school where you're voted something when you graduate? Yeah. I was voted most shy, literally most shy. Head down. They call them wall huggers, right? Because you put your head down and you walk next to the wall so nobody pays any attention to you. Yeah, that was me. Very much so. Were you guys shyer before you came here? Look at Holly. No, you weren't shy.
I wouldn't say that I was shy, but I would say that if I didn't understand something or know something, like I knew nothing about business when I started this business. Mm-hmm. And I've kind of learned by the seat of my pants and with the help of all of you. And now I feel like, I could talk about a business, or I could talk a little bit. I still hate numbers, but I can talk about how to find a report. And I'm more confident in those things that I had no background in before.
Well, and here's one that everybody's so afraid of. How about this? What we're doing, talking in front of other people. Could you have done that before you started at Close to My Heart? Because I would say no. I probably couldn't have done that
before. 2 years ago.
Oh, right. No.
And now it's like second nature because of the quarantine, right?
So
who are we going to Zoom with today?
So that's probably truthful for all of us except Holly. She had a job where she was talking in front of people before she came here, but the rest of us, I don't know that I could have told you all those years ago, I'm going to speak places. I would have went, not in ever, right? I was so fearful of it.
And I was a teacher. I'm a teacher, but I've been a teacher for almost 20 years. And so, talking in front of groups and, mind you, they're younger kids, has kind of always been my thing. And even throughout college, I was in a sorority and I was a leader, I guess you could say, through that. I always had an office or a position. And so that was, I don't know, I think I've always kind of had some leadership in me, but I have gained a lot of self-confidence through Close to My Heart. And maybe that was lacking before.
Yeah.
With us, we're really community oriented and do a lot of just some community organizations that we're in that were forced to do public speaking. So for me, that wasn't a big deal, but I forgot what I was going to say because
you know what? That's part of life.
But it's so like, I know what it was. So I did other direct sales. And that's one of the things when I met Dolores, I was like, well, I've been doing direct sales for 15 years at that point. So I can do this. I was like first going to sign up to host a party. First I was going to order. Then I'm like, no, I'm going to host a party. I know about that. Man, I could sell this and we could share the discount, So that all led me, made me a little more comfortable.
Yeah. That's so fun. Thank you for sharing that. So I guess to wrap up.
Your turn.
Oh, I was going to wrap up without my turn. I think for me, you guys helped me out with this a lot. My favorite part of being a consultant has been helping. I like to do that. It's my favorite thing to do, whether it's mentoring or just assisting or in any way possible. But it's not just me either. When I think of new people coming in, we have so many that are kind and willing to jump in. And don't you think? In terms of consultantship, there's always someone to answer a question, even if we're not there as leaders, there's always someone else to jump in. So good. Thank you for jumping on today with me. I appreciate you all so much. Hey, Ellery, we knew you were going to make a star appearance. We knew it was coming, sister. We were just waiting for your cameo.
I was here the whole time.
You were hiding. We knew that. So if you guys
play this spot, the Ellery game,
right? It's like, where's Waldo? We'll find her. If you guys, we will turn you loose and back to your regular lives, but we'll do it again. Does that work for you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many years till Ellery can be your consultant?
That's right. She's counting down the days.
like 8 years.
Oh.
There, see? She's got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Join my team.
Yeah, she's joining mine.
All right. Bye, girls.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.